with that shit again. Oh, nah, nah. Here we go with this shit again.
Contestant number 17, would you like to give a comment?
So, uh, back to
You would
Dragon
have
Ball
known how when you
Sparking
grew
Zeros.
stronger, Piccolo.
Piccolo, he's in
Oh,
good
shut up.
hands with you. Yo, how goes it? Yo, you were never.
Uh,
It's good to see you, Dad. Do grandsons
all I
play?
do is play training. That's all I do. All I do is train. That's where you get the best fight. No matter what fighting game I play. That's all a person does. That's all I do. No matter what fighting game. Why? Because it doesn't give the pressures of health bars. You know, because you'll feel you won't be. Some players that you play, right? Friends, family. If you never played, they're not going to give you
How would you like to try a little test of
the
strength?
courtesy of learning how to play.
I have some very special
And
training
because they don't
missions.
give you the courtesy of learning how to play, and you look at
That was
your
rather
health bar, you're like, oh my gosh, my health bar, oh my gosh, my health bar. Trying to play a health bar, you never learn how to play. The health bar isn't the technical aspects of the game. Technical aspects of the game is timing, learning moves, blocks, learning how to defend yourself first and foremost. Got to learn how to defend yourself. That's the first thing ever. And some people don't teach you that. They don't let you learn that because you're like, oh, health bar, health bar, health bar. My health bar. Look at my health bar. They got you like the rabbit, Alice in Wonderland, always looking at the time. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. Never actually learning how to manage your time. You're just always chasing time. And that's how a lot of people treat fighting games. They never learn how to defend themselves, just how to survive. They never build on a lot of things. So for me personally, all I play is training. You get a good match, you get, you know, you learn. Health bars don't matter. Leave the perception of who won in the match up to the viewer. Now, I use the word perception here because there's always two fights going on in these games, just like in some sports games, right? At least poorly made sports games, such as 2K. There's the fight on the controls, which both players, like that episode of Black Mirror, where they like, I feel you through the control shit. It's real. When you're actually fighting somebody and you guys are making contact with each other, the characters are making real contact with each other and not superficial contact just to make it look good. You feel the vibrations on the control. You feel the effects of what you're doing on the control. You feel the power of the attack on the control. So there's that fight, which is the real fight. And then there's the superficial fight, which is just the smoke and mirrors on the screen. Some people spend their whole lives never understanding that they're not even making contact with the other player. It's just they're playing the smoke and mirrors on the screen. It's just like 2K. You know, there's the actual battle on the controls, That's you like, you know that's bullshit. Like whatever it went in, right? Because you're playing the smoky mirrors on the screen. You're not playing the actual controls. Like my control vibrating to initiate contact. I feel the vibration from the block, but your character hit some dumbass shot because video game got a video game. You know? There's some people that just never learn that aspect because they don't have the mental capacities. They never learned. They never took the time to actually learn and feel things out. That's why they like, you got to feel it out. You literally got to feel it out sometimes. Like the best in this game for sure. You always do a cross. Forward, back, left, right with your character. Right? You always moving, bobbing, and weaving. When you do that, you'll feel where your opponent is and isn't. If I go forward and there's no resistance on the control, me and my opponent with two... No, if I go forward, back, left, right, up, down, because this has omnidirectional movement, and I don't feel my opponent, I don't feel any resistance on my control, me and my opponent, we're nowhere near each other. But if I go forward and I feel a gravitational pull on my control, my opponent is in front of me. You know, if I go backwards and I feel the gravitational pull on my control on the back, the opponent is either attacking from below or behind. If I go right and I feel the gravitational pull there, they're attacking from the right. If I go left and I feel the gravitational pull there, they're attacking from the left. You know, they're on my left, they're on my right. It's not even necessarily attacking. It's just that's where the opponent is located. They might look like they're in front of you, but when you push that punch button and it connect, you won't feel the vibration. You're not going to feel the force of the other character on your control. And this is just things that, again, with practice and trying to give yourself the edge in battle, helps. Just like you can catch people, like you don't always have to attack people right again after they attack you. That's how you catch people holding up the perception button. You're ass. You're not good. You don't know how to defend. You just know how to press the perception button. But it's okay. I don't need to change the perception. I'll work within your perception and whoop your ass. Like, okay, if this is how you want to perceive it, this is where you're at. Like, this is you at your best. This is your perception. Okay. Let me whoop your ass. In your point of view, I'm here to whoop your ass. You know? But this is Team Wolfang Fist. Wolfang Fist versus, let me press start. I got stuff I need to do. Training settings, display settings. We'll show them all.
Let me show you right
Now, you see how my character just dropped to the ground? If I hold down my charge button, my character, what happened? Pause. My character stomps. You know why? Because I'm holding down the ground button. The reason I hold down the ground button is so when I move, opponent settings, guard for a second. If I hold down the ground button, every time I move or I dash, my character stays on the ground. If I let it go, I press the dash button, I fly off, it all depends, or I pull certain combos, the character, that's just because my opponent's, what you call it, my opponent is on the ground right now, why I don't do it. But when you fight people, you'll realize they don't hold down the ground button. The reason they don't hold down the ground button is because they don't get how to stay grounded. Like, I could bump into trees. My footing is way different than most. I could jump off of shit. Like, I could dash into this, jump and then jump back and have to jump off of that because I'm here to touch the object. You know? If you don't hold down the ground button, you don't get these effects. Some people float to the sky because they don't know how to stay grounded. That's one way to separate yourself from the field to begin with. Learn how to stay grounded before you take it to the sky. If you end up in the sky, it should be because you want to take it there. Not just because you're fighting and you end up there. It should be because you want to take it there. You want to elevate. You know? Level of escalation. Things shouldn't escalate without you wanting it to escalate. Now, like here. See, this is outside the character range. Look how fast Yamcha moves. Right? Now, you see the gravitational slowdown? This is because I'm technically inside the character's reach range. Outside the range, inside the range. I could hold this down. This is just as fast as the move speed is going to get because I'm inside reach range. Now, the difference between the ranges. This is reach range. Yamcha, if I press triangle instead of doing the blast, oh, he did the blast anyway. I was going to say he should do a punch. It all depends on where you're at in battle. But normally, it'd do a punch instead. Because there is a difference when the battle gets heated and the battle goes. Right here, we just outside of each other's reach. That's why I'm able to move around so freely. These are things that the game don't tell you, the game don't teach you. These are things only a good player knows. Now, once the battle get going and things get heated, the gravitational pull again comes from a certain side because y'all both moving around at this point. And where the gravitational pull is strongest is the side the opponent that's their reach range. That's where they're attacking from. That's the direction you block. A good block in that direction creates a parry. Good blocks create parries in this game. That's how you know when a person is using the difference between the perception button and a block. A good block creates a parry. A good parry creates an opening. No matter how much you press that punch button, it's going to take you a second to recover. And a lot of players don't even want to admit that. You can't use the perception button because you don't have the recovery time. There's at least a split second in recovery time. And that's enough to interrupt your freaking combo. There's a lot of people that button mash their way through fighting games, call themselves good. Like I said, there's people out here trying to survive versus learn how to play the game. When I deep dive into a game, when I put hours and hours into a game, like This game, when I first got this game, I think I put like 20 hours into this game before I went to a different game. Before I actually gave my honest opinion. There's first impressions, and then there's, my opinion on the game. First impressions is, it's a Dragon Ball Z game. Normal story. The story mode isn't bad, the way it's broken up. That way I don't have to play through this story arc and that story arc and this story arc to get to my favorite character. They give you the top characters to play through their story arc. So that's a plus. For me, training is where it's at. The buttons are simple enough. The perception button, it's okay. It's not the greatest. The reason it's not the greatest is the spam of it. People don't learn how to keep their guards up because of it. The easiest way to get through a perception button is a blast, because they have to use their perception on the blast. Blast, punch, triangle, square. There's even a delay in between. It's in between the blast and the punch. Blast, punch. See, it don't register my punch. I gotta press the punch button twice before I get one punch. Just breaking down the game, the second way through a perception is grab. Because you have to use perception on the blast. Unless they circle, which you could just keep your fucking guard up. You could aim your guard in a certain direction, up, down, left, right, by holding the guard button. You can't do that with your perception button. I think you can even do that with your blast. If you hold down the block button while you're doing the blast, you can kind of direct it a bit. There's things that you learn by deep diving. Some people don't deep dive. They don't learn. They don't try to figure out. No. They just try to survive. So you gotta learn the game. 2 seconds. I'll be right back before I start this match. And I gotta go check my laundry, make sure my colors are dried, and then I throw my whites into the dryer. Gotta make sure I got clean clothes for work. After I take my whites out of the dryer, put them in the dryer, I can put my sheets in the washer. Normally I don't work Sundays, but I picked up this Sunday and Mother's Day Sunday so that picked up Mother's Day Sunday so that the ladies can, enjoy their Mother's Day. I open and close the store. Whew, that's next Sunday. Uh, then this Sunday, my boss just asked me, like, can you? I'm like, no problem. I like money. I'm off tomorrow, and I'm off Friday.
Trembling feet.
Perception.
I'll get you. Behind you. Time to go wild. Okay. Wolf bang blast. Bring it, yeah. Let's go crazy. You're mine.
Some people only play character perception. Yamcha's not that good. It's Yamcha. Like, I'm that good though. Right. I'm that good.
I'll kill you quickly. Go to hell. You're mine. How about this? Take that. Try me. Now you die. Don't already. Don't already. Don't already. Don't already. Behind you. I'll get you. I'll kill you quickly.
Irregardless, I'm that good.
Go to hell. You can't deceive me. Behind you.
That's why it's not a good game. Characters on this, they don't have the same health bar. Can't be a good game.
Over here. Take that. Try me.
On my right.
Take that. Try me. Out of my way.
Gotta go up.
Over here.
Right.
Take that. Try me. Solar flare.
Nowhere near. We're nowhere on the same level. Right. We should have never left from where we were. You missed. Right, we're nowhere on the same level. Alright, cut your dumb ass pose.
Sit back and roll. You die already! You moron!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
They could have had all 6 players on the, all 10 players on the screen at the same time, technically.
You ready?
I didn't even use my perception.
I'll end this quick.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet!
Perception. Ain't no way. Right. Caught him using the perception button again. I didn't attack. I just dodged. Right, because they're trying to get me to use the perception button. Ain't no point in using it. Right, I just switched out. Just dodging out here. I'm just playing defense. No, you're not.
You bore me!
You're not good. When you get good, holla at me. There you go, Krillin. That's your problem. Because they want me to use the perception button.
That was close. How's this?
So they're trying to put me in a position where I gotta use it. When I understand what's going on, there ain't no reason to use it. Right. Ain't no reason to use it. Exactly. Bardock just whooped everybody's ass. Drunk.
Change the future!
I don't care what you think. Right. He's not stronger than Frieza, technically. He's not stronger than Saiyan Saga Frieza. Then, right. He died to Frieza at his 1% form. If we want to talk about power level.
Looks like it's my turn.
Right, he just whipped my whole team's ass.
Take for your life. Take for your life. Take for your life.
Nope. Played me with Bardock. I'm cool.
Gotcha! You're mine!
This is a whole new universe. This is Dragon Ball Sparking. There's no... This is Dragon Ball Sparking. This isn't Dragon Ball Z. This isn't Dragon Ball GT. The power levels you know don't exist. You paying? If you ain't paying, I don't play nobody online unless you paying me. Ain't no point in stressing myself out. Alright, I switched out with the after image.
How about this?
You gotta remember, this is TN at the end of Z, technically, because there's only one TN. TN by Super. There's only one TN. Perception. To think that Raditz is stronger than TN at this point, you're drunk. I'm flying away. Right, there's only one TN. To assume that Raditz is stronger than TN at this point, you're drunk. Again, perception. Your perception is ass. You're not playing the match, you're playing perception.
I'll kill you quickly. Go to hell. Now you die. How about this? You're mine! Almost behind you! Trembling feet!
There's only one angle for you to come out.
I'll kill you quickly! Go to hell! Who's there? How about this?
Jin, tag me in.
Time to go wild!
Hurry.
Bring it!
It's a whole new universe. This ain't called Dragon Ball Z. This is called Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
That's it! No more games! I'm gonna wrap this up! Spirit Ball!
Gotta pay. Not here to stress myself out.
Almost. Over here! Over here! Over here!
Right. He's like, I attacked you from behind. How when there is no behind? You assume I ran up.
Over here!
Right. Right, you drunk.
Jin! Time to go wild! Okay!
Beginning of the cell arc. Ah. He went. You gotta remember, we're talking about power level. Yamcha died and went through the same training as Goku with King Kai. By the time Yamcha was switched back, he was already on Super Saiyan Goku level. Just about. Only thing that gave Goku the slight edge is the Zenkai boost. Him, Tien, and Chaozu. Like Chaozu went to go train with King Kai. If we're talking about power level, the power level boost it gives you. People drunk.
Time to go wild! Just die! Bring it!
Deception.
Time to go wild! Okay! Wolf bang!
Keep your guard up.
You ready?
Assume that I'm just attacking straight forward. Right? Bardock ain't on none of their levels. Technically, Bardock is way below. Right. He died way before the Frieza arc. By a Frieza that, right. That wasn't nowhere near fighting Goku. Nah, you're making an assumption. Right. At the time, Bardock wasn't. I think at the time, Bardock wasn't even as strong as Vegeta and them. Technically, by the time Vegeta and them reached Earth, they was way stronger than Bardock. Right? You're playing perception. You're not playing the match. You're playing what you think a character is. You're not playing a fucking fighting game. You're playing character level. Hence making you ass. That's why characters like Brawly will mop the floor with you. Literally. Because you're not playing actual being able to be good at the game. You're playing, no way he can beat. Right. Like a kid. My theory is that Turles is Goku's cousin. Damn, that shit vibrate good. That was a little slightly slight than what I'm used to. Galactic Donut. Right. Goku's cousin. One of my team captains. Here's the reason why Yamcha is the best team captain for this team. In the essence of Dragon Ball Z, if Yamcha can't train to be as good as Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta would never be able to train to be as Beerus and Whis. By fan logic, Goku and Vegeta are too far from Yamcha and Tien to catch up, or Yamcha and Krillin to catch up. By that same logic, the eons and centuries that Beerus and Whis have over Goku and Vegeta will never be able to catch up to Beerus and Whis. They'll never.
Look out!
I was hoping that I made it. Never ever. The level is just it's just too different. Right. Just too different and too far. Too much time in between. Goku and Vegeta will never be able to beat Beerus and Whis. And that's just facts. Just by using the same logic that Yamcha will never be as good as Vegeta and Goku. Let me go check my laundry. Throw my whites into my dryer. Throw my clothes into my input pile. My daughter's like, you don't fold your clothes. I'm like, look, shut up, you fold them then. I'll be back. Done with the washer. Morning. A lot of people out here fight like girls. No disrespect to the ladies. Swing, swing, swing as fast as you can. And, you hope it connect. No skills, no technique. No, don't know how to swing. Just got the head down swinging. Keep your guard up. Protect your face. Stay pretty. A lot of people just swing. Keep your guard up, your arms, hands up, your elbows out. For the most part, you won't get hit. Motherfuckers just gonna swing, 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 swing. Have no technique. Just choose when you look. That's how I ended up with a black eye one time. Motherfucker was just swinging. I had that motherfucking hand up on the gate. You know, because they just swinging. Hey, right. You ain't got nowhere else to go. You just swinging, swinging. Looked out. Bloop. Damn. Looked outside of my guard. For the most part, I was nice and tough. I looked outside of my guard like, just swinging and flailing at this point, though. Like, no, the position I had you, I had the person. They'd have hit me in my side. It'd have been different. I'd have had to let them go. Drop an elbow in the face. Like, oh, you mother, pow! You motherfucker. But nah, motherfuckers just want to swing. You know? But, again, like I was talking about in good Dragon Ball Z fashion, if these guys can't train to be as good as Goku and the others, Goku, Gohan, on that power level, then Goku and Vegeta will never catch up to Whis and viewers. It's just the ugly truths. Because if your logic is, it's just too much time and separation in between the two. It's just too much time and separation in between the two classes. Beerus and Whis been living for centuries, eons. That battle level and that power level and experience supersedes everything of Goku and Vegeta. Time, experience, power level. Like, they shit on them in that level. They literally shit. You know, they've seen more people die than Goku and Vegeta have been alive. Just from normal time passage, not even from destroying planets. Just from normal time passage, they've seen more people die than Goku and Vegeta been alive. More battles they had. There's no way Goku and Vegeta could technically catch up to that outside of plot armor. So to sit here and try to tell me about a power level in a world where power levels are new, like this is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This isn't Dragon Ball Z. This isn't Dragon Ball GT. This isn't Dragon Ball Super. This is a whole new timeline. So for everybody to have different health bars and to try to establish a power level or a character level, it sucks ass. Breaking the game entirely. It's not a good game. Don't believe me? I got Yamcha Max. Right? Let's go with the normal suspect. Wait, technically we don't want to go with that Goku. Gonna go with Ultra Instinct Goku, right? Where you at, buddy? We're gonna go with Goku Max. And we're gonna compare just the health bars. Like, I don't play with Goku. My proficiency level with Goku is 0. It's make the Wolfang Fist great again. Mr. Wolfang Fist. Because Yamcha is the one that slept on. Now, Yamcha is almost at a max level. Let's look at the difference in health bars. Fight don't matter, none of that shit matters. Let's look at the health bar difference. Goku got a whole half a health bar higher. And this is Goku without being used. The more you use a character, the higher the health bar goes. So it's not a fair game. Uh, because it's not balanced and it's not fair, then it can't be a competitive game. Let's use Gohan. Kid Gohan. Haven't used Kid Gohan. Look at his health bar. Goku got 1, 2, 3 notches plus an extra health bar. That's 4 health bars. Gohan only got 2 plus a full one, 3 health bars. There's no way this game could be competitive. So for people to want to rank and all that shit, what the fuck are you drinking? What are you smoking? I need to smoke what y'all smoking. Maybe, you know what? I don't even need to smoke what y'all smoking because y'all smoking crack. Can't make this shit up. It's not an even game. It's not a fair fight. It's like white privilege. Goku is the embodiment of white privilege. Because he's Goku, he has all these perks that other characters don't get. Then you claim that you're good when you abuse these perks. That in itself is, in its definition, is white privilege. Nothing about this game is even and fair. So there's no way this could be a competitive fighting game. What this game really is the ultimate fan fiction creator. That's all it is. It's an elaborate fan fiction creator. Custom battles. You get 50 episodes. I got 3 of 50. Look at down bottom right where it says play battle. You have 50 episodes you can create for a season. This is a fan fiction creator. It's nothing more. It's a fan fiction creator disguised as a fighting game. For people to assume because it's a fighting game, it's supposed to be a competitive fighting game and thing, you're drunk. Nothing could be competitive if the battlefield ain't even. Imagine basketball. It's like we're playing a 3-on-5. That's not a competitive game. That's not an even game. You gotta have at least 5 players on the court for it to be a competitive, even game. We're not talking about Mortal Kombat, but thank you for that information. We're talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Its many shortcomings.
Yo!
Its many shortcomings.
It's good to see you, Dad.
Is it a good game? In training mode, it's a great game.
Tell me, what kind
If I want to relive Dragon Ball
See ya!
as a fan,
Hey!
episode battles aren't bad. Actually, it's pretty good compared. It can't be competitive. Were you not just listening to anything I said? Maybe you came in late.
Okay,
Let
see
me
ya!
let me show you my example
Go
of
on.
why it's not
Come with me.
competitive again. We're gonna do Gohan
I promise.
versus Ultra Instinct Goku. Show wise, the TV show, we know the level of separation. For a competitive fighting game, nothing about this is an even fight for it to be a competitive fighting game. First off, we start at the health bars. It's 10 times better than any other game mode. Goku has 4 health bars, Gohan has 3. It's not competitive. That's not an even health bar match. Are you going to go fight somebody that got more health than you? No, you're not. The answer is no. It's not a competitive fighting game. Until they first move, they have to balance out health bars. If you don't balance out health bars, you don't have a competitive game because the battlefield isn't even. An uneven battlefield is stacked against players that don't pick Goku. That right there kills this game from ever being a competitive game. I don't care what you say. Training mode is the only way to get a good match because people only play a health bar. To go to training, take off the health restrictions, and allow people to switch out and stuff, you fight at a time limit. That's actually how to make this game competitive. That's the only way you can make this game competitive. At this point in this stage, the way it's made, and allow a judging panel to decide. But that means it's not competitive. They're trying to make it like a show. This game is the ultimate fan fiction creator. It's not a competitive game. The highlight of this game is to be able to create your own Dragon Ball Z episode. There's nothing about this game that's competitive.
Goten, get a load of this.
And even then, if I go to like custom battle modes, bonus battles, I think that's where's my fan fiction? Low class, high class, elite. Right. A lot of them go back to Goku versus Goku versus. You can't change people connections. You know, all internet ain't made the same. That's different. In order for you to have, for it to be outside of the normal, in order for it to be, like you said, the health bar, you have to have a local connection. So there is no lag. That's why you have to go to tournaments, because there is no lag. But all internet isn't created equal. So even to say, if you want a competitive game online, it's not even equal because you don't play games online because all internet isn't made the same. And then I'm not even sure. That's not Bandai's fault because some people like I pay for the highest internet tier on the company I'm with just to make sure there is no speed issues. A lot of people don't have that to spare to pay on the highest connection. So they have to go with lower bandwidth, etc. And that's assuming that they're not using a landline, you know, and that they're the only ones, that they're, you know, not even the only ones on the internet connection. All of that matters. If I live in a household with 6 people and 5 out of 6 people are on the internet, every time I go online, my internet is going to lag. You can't blame Bandai for that. A person with a landline, a LAN connection, is still going to have more speed. That's because of again, upload speed and download speed. There's always going to be lag because you're not playing locally. You have to send the data. That's why I said, that's why most tournaments they don't host online tournaments. Everybody plays in the same room on the same console. It avoids that. That's why you don't see tournaments host, you know, this team over here, this, you know, they everybody's on a local network because there is no data loss. As long as you're on 2 separate networks, there's always data loss. That's why none of the big tournaments host anything online. None of them. Nobody hosts anything online. But this is the highlight of the game. The fan fiction creator. Now, this is my episode for Future Trunks. Dr. Giro's assassination order. Dr. Giro created. Yeah. Well, technically, I haven't seen one. I know if they're not playing in the same room, then it's not a legit tournament. There's no local area. There's the whole delay effect thing, like you said. So if they're not playing in the same room, it's not a legit tournament. If they're not playing on the same TV or on a local network, like I said, a direct network of things, you know, if they're playing this, it's not legit. Character level difference, character health difference. Again, it's not legit. They might have a legit setup, but it's not legit. That's because everybody, you know, it's not a competitive game, personally. Mortal Kombat, like you said, competitive. Street Fighter, competitive. Soul Calibur, competitive. Tekken, competitive. Because there's actually a skill that's needed. But in my character episodes, as you see, people don't lose health. Why? Because it's about the episode and it's not about winning the fight. That's what this game is made for. This is to create your ultimate fan fiction. Akira Toriyama is dead. Toei Animation and Bandai, they need new ideas. They need somebody to take the reins of Dragon Ball Z. So they put the ability to create episodes in your hand. If anything, it's competitive as who can make the best story arc. In my opinion. Like that right there is an opinion. Everything else is fact. We enter a cutscene. These androids were created by Dr. Gero with one purpose: kill Son Goku. These androids were so good at their job, they killed Son Goku, they killed Son Goku's son, they killed Son Goku's friend, they killed Son Goku's son's friends. The only ones left standing were Trunks and Bulma. And right now, Trunks is fighting for his life. Android! I hate fucking androids!
You're done. Take this. Take this. Too
I'm supposed to be on the ground. Right, you just saw me land on the ground. Perception. People perception. Right? Androids. It's just that they were androids. The future Trump, right? It's no even guarantee. Well, okay, technically, I guess. I was gonna say there's no guarantee that the future Trump, the first future Trump, what you call it? The android in the future Trunks that killed Frieza. But it's different. Because they did kind of retcon it. Right, and they made it legit. I was gonna say, right, with the future, with the what the androids look like. In a desperate attempt to escape, Trunks unleashed a big blast of energy. And within the confusion, he made his escape. Shit! Shit! Fucking androids! I hate fucking androids! It's okay, son. I got an idea. I built a time machine. The only problem is we don't have a power source. Now you could go sneak into the bad guy space and try to steal the power source they used to build the androids. Or we could just wish for one by the Dragon Balls. Why don't we wish that the androids were gone and everybody was back? Because it's not in the dragon's power. We need a new guardian to upgrade the dragon. This one's a little weak compared. So that's what they did. They gathered the Dragon Balls and they wished for a power source to power their time machine, sending Trunks back in time. Will he be able to save the future? Will he be able to save the past for the future's sake? We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. Trunks' future. And that's what this game is really made for. That's what this game is made for. To create episodes of how you see it. To create your story arc for your favorite characters. That's the only thing this game is good for. Outside of training.
Oh, hey,
They
Dad.
can get elaborate and all types of things.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
So
This
there
thing
is
is
this.
so cool.
Is it a good Dragon Ball Z game?
Me
Yeah.
too.
If you never played the story and you never experienced walking in Goku's
Ready to roll
shoes
when
and your
you are,
favorite character
Saya.
shoes, it's a good game for you. If you're looking to be a competitive fighter in this game or for a competitive scene, first of all, playing online is not competitive. There's too many variables. Ping
So Lord
rates
Beerus and
and
the others were
internet
here.
connections and lag. It don't, everything else don't really matter.
What kind of training should I do
It
next?
don't rank don't matter in a game where lag and things like that is an
Check
issue.
it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
Like I got a problem with first person
Really
shooters
wish I could cure
who
my
don't lock in
boredom.
frame rates.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
If the power of my machine changes the frame rate, then that's like it's not really the best for a competitive market. You got to lock in the frame rate so that everybody's at the
This
same
thing is
frame rate,
so
no matter what machine
cool.
they use, to
Ready
make
to
it
roll when
competitive.
you are, Saya.
That's why locking in frame rates matter, no matter what the frame rate is, whether it's 30, 60,
I'll
90,
show you. Just
120.
wait.
It don't matter as long as it's locked in at a frame rate where it's even across the board.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
The best example of that is NASCAR versus Formula One racing.
Wow, you got all kinds of cool stuff, Trunks.
The driving machines that is a NASCAR and it's a Formula One car, they're two different machines
So Lord Beerus and the others were here.
built for two different things. That's why you don't see a Formula One car
Anyway.
in a NASCAR race. They have to lock in NASCARs here at these specs and Formula One cars at these specs to make it competitive. Some people will be like, well, racing is racing. Like, no, there are different tiers.
So Lord Beerus and the others were here.
Wow, you got all kinds of cool stuff, Trunks.
So there's certain aspects a game needs to meet for me personally to even make it competitive. Balance health, balance power, and attacks matter. Like even Hercule, right? Hercule as a quote unquote joke character should still be able, if I hit my moves with Hercule, which require a little bit more skills and tact, I should do the same amount of damage that any other normal move hit. That's balance, that's competitive.
What kind of
Like
training
just
should I
because
do
I
next?
picked the character that requires me to either get closer or play a certain play style shouldn't deter the fact
Check
that
it out. It's a new kind of
good
tablet.
play overcomes all. Smart strategy overcomes all.
I motion that we ask Miss
Not
Bulma to
having
cook something
characters
for us.
protected by plot armor like Goku.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
Can't be competitive. Just like uh, old fighting games. You unlock the boss character. Like the boss character isn't as strong as when
I
you
motion
fight
that
them in
we
the
ask Miss
story
Bulma
mode.
to cook something for us.
Like, well, that's the story mode. The story mode is created for a different experience versus fighting your
Ready
friends.
to roll when you are, Saya.
Fighting your friends, the boss character is at a even character scale with everybody else. It's up to the
So Lord
person
Beerus and the others were
who's using
here.
that character to be skilled and good. Story mode is a different experience.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
Story mode is to, like I said, give you an experience.
You got all kinds
The
of
versus
cool
mode
stuff,
is just
Trunks.
to help you get good at the technical aspects of the game. You know, that's why you could break characters into like projectile
So, what
characters
can that
and
thing do,
grapple
anyway?
characters. Like there's fighting styles, there's character styles. Yeah, that's different. But that don't mean that the game is unbalanced.
So, what can that thing do, anyway?
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
Yep, it's all set.
With the Dragon Balls, we can whisper anything we wanted.
So there's that.
What kind of training should I do next?
Find something else to play